Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of War of the Exemplars. So as I'm D, this is the new series that I'm doing where I'm just casting games of Paragon. So far, looking at these teams, this is the end of the draft. We've actually got a rank 13 mastery on somebody here. And with one of the relatively newer characters as well. Talk about that when we get into the game. Not the newest, of course, but... On the blue side, that's going to be on the left side, we have a Shinbi, good mid lane assassin with some really good burst potential. Aurora, again, pretty good burst, but based around AoE, close-in AoE slowing. Kwang, good melee fighter, does good jungling work. Twin Blast, very powerful, ranged carry, not the best in the game, but one of the best. And then Greystone is a good... I know they had a Drongo. I'm not going to go ahead and do that right there. This is actually the newest character. This is Drongo. He's a very good ranged carry, but he's also good with some... He's also got some good damage over time effects. They also have, in their mid lane, a Morigesh. Morigesh is a very powerful mid laner because she's got some incredible distance on her abilities. In fact, one of her abilities is a global targeted attack. There's some global attacks in this game, but Morigesh has one that is a guaranteed hit on an enemy. Next we have a Sevarog. Always good to see Sev getting some play. Oh, that's that's one of the Masked Emperor sets. Or, it's not sets, skins. We have a Lieutenant Bellica with the Master Skin, actually. And finally, Kalari. Very good assassin, although I'm not sure about Kalari in the jungle. Let's talk about their card setups so far. Mephis here on the Kalari has Call the Weak. Very good farming tool, because when a minion, jungle or enemy, gets to 20%, you instantly execute it and get the money and experience for it. So that's a very good farming tool for anybody, really. Tower Strider, picked up by Captain Hightop, playing the Lieutenant Bellic. Oh wait, no, that's not Lieutenant Bellic. I'm sorry, that's Decker. But Tower Strider gives you just a bit of speed boost whenever you're near a structure, friendly or enemy, doesn't matter. Exoskeleton picked up by B3N4 Life. Exoskeleton, of course, I talked about in my Sevarog guide. Just good for some extra tankiness, and Sevarog is all about that. Drongo has Doverkeen has Call the Weak, so I already talked about that with the Kalari. Very good, especially for a ranged carry character. And then Eddie Chris on the Morigesh currently doesn't have any cards. Probably just has to save some points up to go for them later on. Probably does have points already, though. I will say this. One thing I don't like about the replay system here in Paragon is we don't know what the skills are. We don't know what somebody's skill set is at. Oh, hold that thought, because we can go and start here. Conswan, playing on the Greystone for the blue team, has Call the Weak as well. He's in the left lane. Like I said, Greystone is actually a very strong tank, but he's not near as strong as a Sevarog, case in point. He did have Call the Weak as well. Warren Torres on the Twin Blast. Again, Twin Blast is mostly a good ranged carry. Font of Experience, this just gives you 4 extra experience every 10 seconds. It's a very good quick leveling skill, or card to have. Bug McDermott, playing on the Master Shinbi. Oh, wait, no, it's not Master Shinbi, I'm sorry, that was a little... Has 2 cards already, Call the Weak and Exoskeleton. So she's trying to be a little bit tankier while also getting some good farm going. Right there, she picked up the gray buff from the river. There are a number of different river buffs. The gray buff, what it does is it makes it so you do damage over time to anything you hit. Lionhearted 33 here on the Aurora has Font of Experience as well, so she's trying to get up some good levels, just like her, I think it was the Twin Blast? Yeah, it was the Twin Blast. And finally the Kwang in the jungle, played by Alessandro, 286950. Let's go Alessandro. Picked up the Coin Master, so that is a little bit of money while you're in combat, a little bit of bonus money every 10 seconds while you're in combat, and a lot more when you're out of it. The green buff you see there is picked up from it's not picked up from the river bug. it's picked up from this camp right here that will respawn. There are 3 enemies in there. There's 2 decent sizes of the regular bot minions, but there's also a big green giant. Let's see if it's active here on red side. Yeah, it is. There it is. You see the green giant with the flaming head. That giant will actually give you the green buff. What that is a shield that explodes for damage when it ends. What is up with this Moragash? I don't know what the little fire under the Moragash is. I really don't. And we can't see what cards she has. Like I said, I'm not a super huge fan of the replay system in Paragon just yet. Hopefully they fix some of this stuff. Unfortunately, Twin Blast not looking too healthy right now. Or why do I keep calling him Twin Blast? This is Greystone. I gotta get that right. I think part of that's because I haven't played Greystone in a long time. Sevarog's also a little bit beaten up, but everybody's right around level 4. The only ones that are not are Mephis on the Kalari and Captain Hightop over there on the Decker. Oop. Life misses killing something with the siphon, so. Meanwhile, the Drongo actually gets killed by the tower. That's not something you really want to see. Greystone has to head back and B. You do have a recall, so you can recall at any time. It acts just like in League of Legends. There we see the Moragash with a red buff. With the Red River buff, it just expired, but what the Red River buff does for you is it gives your abilities extra damage. So it ups your ability power for a bit. Whose tower fell? Okay, that's not something you see. Dovahkiin with the Drongo in the jungle. Alright, we know it's not left lane from our perspective. Actually, no, it is. Tier 1 in left lane is gone. Fell to the Decker, pretty sure. There's 2 people with that now. Does he have a card? Oh, okay, that's Living Guardian, I guess. I think? Or is it... I don't know. No, because Decker's got it as well. I'm not sure what that is. Legitimately not sure. And the game doesn't tell you, at least not as far as I've seen. You can also have a MOBA camera, but I'm not a big fan of this, so we're going to switch back to Hero Chase. Because that's just a better angle. Plus I can change it up, I can actually modify it a little bit as much as I need to. Blue side getting pushed in, or red side actually, sorry, getting pushed in on the right lane. For the record, every call I make about left and right lane is going to be based on the perspective of the mini-map right here. You're not going to see my mouse because I'm recording this through NVIDIA. Unfortunately, again, the observer system needs a bit of work. Because I don't know what the fire under the Decker is. Oh, Captain Hightop. Dovahkiin and Captain Hightop found Thug McDermott on the Shinbi. She's using her wolves. Those Decker are using up quite a bit of... Okay, that was what you just saw there was Dovahkiin's ultimate Drongo. It's just I think it's a Flame Blast Cannon. Basically, it does some damage, but it also knocks him back. Meanwhile, Conswan comes in. The Greystone, he's got his ultimate, so he is going to be very difficult to kill. Greystone's ultimate, which I have not talked about since I haven't done a guide on him yet, is if you have them... It's a lot like Skeleton, or no, not Skeleton, but Wraith King in Dota, where you die, and then a few seconds later you come back. The difference is, Wraith King only has a slowing effect on his resurrection. Greystone does a large AoE damage. And the large applies to the AoE, not necessarily the damage. He doesn't do a huge amount. Doesn't look like our Sevarog's doing great on building up his soul stacks. He should by now have great swing, so he can hit pretty hard with his ultimate. Problem is, Aurora Twin Blast is a very dangerous combination for somebody like Sevarog, because Aurora can tie you up in melee. She cannot straight fight a Sevarog just because he's much tankier than she is by nature, but she can out damage him easily. There's a lot of the slowing. He's frozen in place, and this is bad news. He has to use Spectral Rush to get away, and he actually eats Twin Blast's ultimate, which is called, for the record, is what we saw there. It's called Ventilate. It is a huge amount of damage over 3 seconds, but it's not channeled specifically. But oh, there we go. Lionhearted actually gets the kill there. Doverkin comes in a little bit too late. I do like how they will tell you whose banner it is sometimes. Okay, what you see there with the weird-looking green shots and stuff, what Doverkin was using there is the W for Drongo. It gives him a temporary buff where it's called, I'm pretty sure it's just called Rad Bullets. You use radioactive bullets, and if you hit 3, 4, 5, or 6, depending on what level you have the skill at, it will do some extra damage. Oh, Shinbei comes in from behind, activates the wolf spin. I don't know the actual name for that, but dashes forward, doesn't quite get it. Shinbei is very good at burst, like I said. One of her things is, the reason for that is because what Shinbei needs to do is, needs to hit people with her abilities. Because every time she hits somebody with her abilities after she gets her ultimate, they get a stack on them. 1 stack, and I think it maxes out at, it's either 8 or 10, I'm sorry, I don't remember right now. For each one of those, they get hit by a wolf when her ultimate activates. It only hits 1 person, and it hits the one with the highest number of stacks near her when activated. So, the more stacks they have, the more damage they're going to take. And her ultimate can actually do a huge amount of damage. Hold that thought, Lionhearted is in trouble. Oh, there we go, that was Morgesh's ultimate right there. The giant thing out of her and the stab. That is Morgesh's ultimate. It has a very specific condition as well. We're gonna go and zoom in on Morgesh. You'll see this more in the guide, but the doll, the little voodoo doll, or the puppet she's carrying on her back, you have to hit somebody with her right click. The doll will then literally turn into a copy of them. Let's see if we can actually get that going here. There's the, oh no, she missed it. Oh wait, no, it's just her basic attack. Probably Eddie Chris is probably not going to use it because the ultimate's on cooldown, and that's the main use. That's the only real use of having it marked. But she has to mark somebody with her right click, and the doll will turn into them. Then, once she hits 5, well, actually I should back up a second. The doll will unmark. The doll will turn back to normal if the person dies. No matter how they died, if they died, they are no longer marked by Morgesh. However, once she has her ultimate ready, she can activate it at any time, and the marked target will take that giant amount of damage. We've had 2 towers fall, one on the left lane for blue team, one on the right lane for the red team. Actually, no, I'm sorry. There's two towers down on the left lane for blue team. We're really deep into blue territory right now. I'm not sure what he's aiming at, but okay. Sure, live. Here we are. Alright, we're going to take a look real quick at card builds. I'll keep an eye on people, and we're getting some massive lag. I don't know what happened there. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. It does. Great. Oh, there we go. Just a bit of a lag spike. Like I said, while we can, I'm going to take a look at the card builds. Warren Torres still has font of experience. He's also got heavy hitter. Gives you some good attack speed and some good power, but it also gives you a chance for critical strikes. Powerful strikes, the passive for heavy hitter. I think it's about a 10% chance to do 250% damage. Demolitionist just gives you extra damage against enemy buildings. So it's a good siege weapon. I mean, it's literally called Siege. Doug McDermott still has Call the Weak and Exoskeleton. Has also picked the Pack Leader. Basically, Pack Leader, you can activate it and minions near you will do more damage, I think. It's been a while since I read Pack Leader. Conswan on the Greystone, not Twin Blast, Greystone. Still has Call the Weak. Has also picked up Green Spring. 20 basic armor, which means he's a little bit tankier. But he's also got Regenerative Rest, which means when he's out of combat, as you saw there, his health regen goes up by quite a bit. 8.4 health regen per second. Lionhearted has picked up the Mana Flow Acolyte. Gives you a little bit of power at 9, but it also gives you Scholar, where you gain more power and I think a bit more mana for every point you put into Intellect. And those points, it's weird, because if you unequip Mana Flow Acolyte, you lose the bonus from Scholar, but if you re-equip it, you don't lose the bonus again. You get the bonus back at full strength. We did just see Eddie Chris die on the Moragesh there. And then Alessandro for the blue team has got, oh, he's got Malank's Grace. Gives you a good health boost, and Shield Link just shields you and nearby ally. It's either a nearby ally or several nearby allies. Eddie Chris on the Moragesh still has no cards according to this, but that is a flat lie. Dovahkiin on the Drongo still has Call the Weak. We just missed seeing Lionhearted taken down. Living Guardian means that every time you hit with a basic attack, you get a bit more armor. That does stack up to, I think, about 5 or 6 times. Profiteer gives you a little bit more power and wealthy minions. Let's see, what tower went down? I couldn't tell you. But right there you actually see one of Kalari's abilities. It's the double jump. But Profiteer, when you kill minions, it gives you a bit more health or a bit more money. Problem is, combustible means when you die, you lose the card. Sevarog, Exoskeleton and Veil still has Exoskeleton, but now it's Veil Stepper because you get a bit more health regen, some basic armor, and Smokescreen. When you go through a fog wall, which is this purple wall, the purple wall over there into the jungle, it puts you in the shadow plane, makes you invisible for a few seconds. Our Decker, Captain Hightop, picked up Finder of Playthings. Again, some power, some mana regen, and Unholy Gaze. I do not remember what that is. When I get to somebody that uses it, I'll talk about it as a guide, but I just do not remember right now, I'm sorry. Oh, hold that thought, Kwong's coming in! Alessandro is here to help out. Oh, a good stun from Captain Hightop is going to keep him and the Sevarog from getting any worse. There's Kwong's main thing, he throws his sword, which of course means you don't have a sword. Not great, hold on. That is one thing I do not like about I right-clicked, and suddenly we were back when everybody was level 3. Kalari still has Call the Weak. Heavy Hitter I already explained, and also Nitro Boost gives you some good attack speed. But what it also does is sprint. You can activate it, it costs no mana, and it takes about, I think it's 12 or 16 seconds for a good-sized movement speed boost. And we're still getting a ton of lag. This might be a live game, I'm not entirely certain. Oh, that's cool. Warren Torres there. You see how he's got he's firing once as far as we know, but he's getting the triple shot. Ooh, he's also picked up Shatter Golem. What he's got there is the multi-shot gem. Means that every time he clicks, he fires off in a cone like that. It's a good ranged carry attack gem to have. I think what he's doing is he's paranoid. He's just really paranoid about people that are invisible. But Shatter Golem. Oh no, Heavy Hitter does not give critical hits. That's what Shatter Golem does. 26 power and 18 attack speed and critical strikes gives you a good chance to do a lot of extra damage. It's a very good card for carries that depend on their attacks. Oh, there. If you look on the back of Morgash, where the doll was, where the old weird doll is. It's now currently set as Lionhearted 33. That means that that Eddie Chris's ultimate, when activated, will hit Lionhearted 33 anywhere on the map. Uh-oh, this is a trap. Lionhearted is in trouble now. Decker's ultimate comes out. Is Morgash going to activate it? Is Eddie Chris going to activate the ultimate? Doug McDermott, the Shinbi, is in trouble as well. This is a good group effort from Red Team. Oh, does some damage, but then the Morgash has to retreat. The problem here is, unless she changes the mark... Oh, the Kwang comes in as well. Morgash activates the Swarm, which is one of her abilities that allows her to move faster, I think, if I remember right. Could have gotten the kill. Oh, just didn't have the mana for it. Kwang does not have his sword, but Alessandro is going to bug off. He can pick it back up, of course, because if he couldn't, he'd just be useless after the first use of that ability. Only one kill that entire time, and it was on the Shinbi. So far... Oh, hold that. We're actually gonna get... We might get... Yep, there's Greystone's ultimate. He turns into that, and then his spirit comes right back into it. He heals for a little bit about half, but unfortunately, when you don't have any support around you... Switch to drone camera real quick. Ooh, the red team's been pushed all the way back to their inhibitor on the left lane. And I can't click on the minimap to go anywhere. Mid lane, blue team. Actually, both teams have been pushed all the way back to their inhibitor on the left lane. Meanwhile, mid lane, tier 1 down for red team. Kalari falls. Tier 1 down for blue team, so tier 1s are the only ones lost in the mid lane. I do kind of like this free flying drone. It's kind of neat. Also, I can fly out cliffs. That is the tier 1 for blue team, still standing. So the tier 1 is down in the right lane for red. So the blue are technically ahead on towers by 1. Where did you die, Kalari? Ooh, right in the mid lane between the cliffs. The cliffs of your life is over. Thunder Cleaver and Guard Piercer picked up by Kanswan. Guard Piercer gives you some good power, and also obviously it helps you negate basic armor. Thunder Cleaver gives you some basic armor. If you're a melee character, it also means your cleave. I talked about this with during my Sevarog guide, that every melee character has a cleaving attack no matter what. Thunder Cleaver actually upgrades the amount of damage you do with that, and also gives you a whirlwind ability that you can activate to do damage around you. Oh, Alessandro's in trouble. That's Decker's ultimate. They missed the Aurora shot, but Sevarog. Oh, Eddie Chris found him on the Morgash. Can they get this kill? The daggers are flying, and in comes Kalari for the kill. What you just saw there was Kalari's ultimate. Shadow Dancer picked up by our Decker. Basic armor and some power, along with the ability to turn invisible temporarily. They're doing their best to save this save this inhibitor, but we'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, Dovahkiin getting dove on. Thug McDermott has got... There's the wolf time. That right there was Shinbi's ultimate. And looks like he had about 5 stacks on him, so... Growth Totem for Shinbi. That's an interesting choice. She's not really known for being all that sturdy. But we know about Growth Totem from my Sevarog guide. See if anybody else has changed anything. Heavy hitter up on Lionhearted. Good choice. Warner Torres has swapped out, so he's got Heavy Hitter and Shatter Golem. This Twin Blast is aiming to hit just as hard as possible. Memphis still got the Nitro Boost, the Call to Weak, and the Heavy Hitter. Captain Hightop has now picked up Finder of Playthings. Still the creepiest card in this whole damn game. Our Sevarog has picked up Green Spring. He still has Veil Stepper and Exoskeleton, so he's very tanky, very good health regen. I mean, look at that. Outside of combat, his health regen is 25.9. Dovahkiin on the Drongo has Heavy Hitter and Call to Weak. He also has picked up Vampiric Blade, which gives you some power, some health, and some attack speed. And just like it sounds, it gives you basic... It actually works like a Satanic in Dota. Where it's got a native lifesteal, but you can activate it to give yourself a huge boost to your lifesteal. To give yourself a huge boost to physical lifesteal. So that if you do 100 damage, you gain 150 life back. Yes, you can do that. And finally, Eddie Chris has picked up Invader Mage, which gives you spell penetration and some power. Rejuvenator is just a healing potion. It's a one-use consumable. And then he also has Astral Leap, which gives some good mana regen and the ability to blink. I don't mean blink as in blink your eyes. I mean short-range teleporting. Morigesh has marked Lionhearted. Are we gonna get the kill here? Ventilate going off. Ice Ring from Lionhearted not gonna be doing much, but oh, there's the swarm. You can. Oh, did not need it, but Warren died on the back of this too. To the Sevarog even. That's a level 17 Sevarog. Oddly enough, it's not showing his armor, so either he doesn't have stacks or... He's also got Numbing Rogue, which is a good card to have. Gives you a little bit of power, some basic armor, and also gives an aura, that purple aura you see pulsing out of him. Any enemy in that aura loses some attack speed while near him, so... Memphis dies to Conswan here in left lane. Conswan's not going to make it out of this if... No, Dovahkiin doesn't actually get the kill. Although Captain Hightop's coming in, can the Decker get it? Probably not. Decker's ultimate comes out, but doesn't save him from the Shinbi. Save her from the Shinbi. Either the Shinbi saved up a ton of cash, or they've got some points that they're not using. Missed the Subjugate on Alessandro, but Dovahkiin is here. Attack speed debuff goes off. And we got a lag spike. Phantom Rush going forward. I think I called that Spectral Rush earlier. There's the invisibility from Veil Stepper. I think he teleported it back to his sword. Dropped his sword. Let's keep an eye on him this time. I'll talk about that during my jungle video with Chimera. That is the Prime Helix, and it's an important monster. I'll talk about it in a bit though. He's also picked up Sacred Alchemy as Alessandro, which gives you some good power, better attack speed, some health, and also gives you a shield when you hit something with a basic attack, as you see there. Warner goes down. It's 3 kills unstopped by our Sevarog. Meanwhile, Eddie Chris picks up his own killing spree by taking down Lionhearted. The game is slowed down a bit because nobody's pushing an inhibitor, but both teams seem content to farm. This has actually been a relatively long Paragon game. Paragon games usually, if one team manages to get ahead far enough and start pushing hard, can usually end in about 15 minutes. There's the Astral Leap. Trying to catch up to the Shinbi, but Shinbi knows she's being chased. A level 19 Sevarog. He's actually... Yeah, Sevarog is actually currently the highest level in the game. And... what the hell was that? Remember that levels end at 20 in this game. Captain Hightop is really in a bad way, but... oh! That was actually... what we came in there at the end, that was... Greystone's ultimate going off and not saving him. Nearly killed Captain Hightop, but not quite enough damage. Currently nobody marked by the Moragesh. That the blue lines behind the Moragesh, or behind the Kalari seed, are what you get when you activate Nitro Boost. Ooh, good dodge of Thug's little wolf attack. Memphis is just gonna retreat. Smart play, because Shinbi is a dangerous person to fight against. Getting some weird graphical issues going on. Captain Hightop pops the Shadow Dancer. Getting behind the Shinbi. Oh, the boomerang from Drongo misses, but out comes one of Decker's abilities. Ooh, gets frozen up by Lionhearted, but knocked back, or managed to avoid. There's Morgesh's ultimate coming off on Lionhearted, doing a ton of damage, but not enough to kill. Hightop in trouble now as Alessandro comes in. Kwong is in the middle of the fight, but oh, he's gonna have to turn around because there's four. The entire enemy team is here, and he's not surviving that one. Lionhearted trying to get back into the fight soon, but not gonna save this tier 2 probably. Nope. And with Alessandro down for another 45 seconds, red team probably feels like they've got a good push going here if they can get some minions. Uh-oh. Never mind, Warner comes in. Oh, that was a huge hit. Does he have... That was a critical strike from the Shatter Golem. 19 now. Warren is now one of the top or highest level people in the game. Although we do have two 20s, namely the two tanks. Vampiric Blade, Thunder Cleaver, and Guard Piercer up on the Greystone. Numbing Rogue, Veil Stepper, and Exoskeleton still up on the Sevarog. And there's Veil Stepper activating right there. Hitting Subjugate on some minions, getting some farm going. He's actually just now hit his 20 mark, because you can see the shoulder pads. Or he's hit it recently. Oh, blue team, very ballsy. They're going after the Prime Helix. Alright, I'll go ahead and talk about it here. The Prime Helix is the big monster in the jungle. It basically buffs your entire team. Think of it as Baron Nashor or the Fire Giant. Or, not quite Roshan. But, basically, it buffs your entire team. And if you get near a minion wave, it buffs them as well. So it's actually probably closest to Baron Nashor from League of Legends. Although the Fire Giant buff for your team also works. Using Veil Stepper to escape. Good choice. Blue team now with the Prime buff. The Prime Orb. That right there is a Drongo special. It's his Gas Grenade. It does a little bit of damage, but its main use is that it's a very good AoE silence. Dovahkiin is in pretty bad shape. He's deciding, no, I'm not going to go that way. Because he does not want to lose Profiteer. Do another quick card check. Ooh, that is a fun burst card right there on Eddie Chris. We talked about Rejuvenator, we talked about Astral Leap. We didn't talk about Grinning Spectre. What Grinning Spectre is a good burst, like I said, it's a good burst card. Just gives you a good amount of power, 25 and 195 mana. And if you can activate it and target an enemy, it will do 300 damage that cannot be reduced by anything. If that damage brings the person below, there you go. Wait, no, that's just a prime buff. Didn't see who he'd marked, but oh, Kwang's back in the lane. Astral Leap forward, but Grinning Spectre, what it'll if the creeping death brings the target below 15% health, then they die. No avoiding it. And it will find them. Dovahkiin keeps the same thing. Oh, Red lose their center inhibitor. This is bad for them. Bad for them. Captain Hightop. Can't see cards because they're dead. Memphis has lost Call of the Week and picked up Heavy Hitter. Warner. Heavy Hitter and Shatter Golem still. Echelon Soldier. Good power, good health, and Hide. I don't actually know what that does. Probably gives you the ability to, well, actually wait, no, Echelon Soldier, I remember that one. Hide actually makes you invisible as long as you're standing still. We actually have an unstoppable streak going. But the red team have lost their center and left lane inhibs. This is bad for them. Dovahkiin fighting Conswan in his own base. Conswan actually does fall the first time. Will they get him the second time? Yeah, I think they will, considering he only comes back with about half health. See, Lionhearted has fallen as well. Alessandro is down. Still got the same cards. The tier 2 is gone on the right lane. The Reds are getting pushed in hard. Sevarog has switched out Exoskeleton for Trapper, which gives you good power, a lot of attack speed, 33.6 attack speed, and slowing strikes. As long as you hit with a basic attack, your enemy loses 10 movement speed. This stacks up to 10 times. Once you hit them once you get them to the maximum number of stacks, they actually get rooted for a second. Literally 1 second. Sleeper Agent picked up now by Captain Hightop. Gag Order, I'm pretty sure, is just a silence. I have never actually seen this card before, but the problem is, red team only have the right lane inhibitor right now. So they're in a bad way. Warner has got massive attack speed with this. He's got 34 from his cards, but his attack speed's through the roof right now. He's got to have gone a huge amount into agility. I mean, he has to, because Shatter Golem and Heavy Hitter alone, that's 21. It's 21 agility points right there. Life may not be alive for much longer. Out comes the Wolves, and that was a massive burst. Look, that's a dominating streak for Thug. The Shinbi has not died for a while. Yeah, Shinbi doesn't have just one kill. Sorry. This is wrong. Yeah, this needs some work. Get on it, Epic. Not sure what that bubble is, but oh, the blue team, they're pushing the core. Greystone's on the core. Eddie Chris getting pushed back into the fountain. Not gonna die, but the red core is down to 28%. 25%, it's falling. This is looking like it's gonna be a game win for the Blues today. And there we go, folks. First episode of War of the Exemplars ends in a victory for the blue team. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I'm not great at casting this yet, but I'm learning, because, like I said, this was the first episode. If you enjoyed, please tell me what you enjoyed or what I can do better down in the comments below. And if you know of a way to have me cast a specific match and you want to show me a match that you want me to cast, send it to the email. It's the same email you use if you want to send me an match for Randota. Both work very well, folks. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. And until the next War of the Exemplars, I have been D. Good night, and good gaming.